Hello and good evening students and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS. Now before we start the daily quiz for 18th April, here is a very important announcement for all of you. As a part of Target Prelims 2023, we have a free All India Open Mock Test for you. This free test will be available from April 25th 9:30 am till April 25th 11:30 am, and this will help you to practice for the upcoming Prelims 2023 exam in exam conditions. So register with the link that is provided in the description and make the best use of this opportunity. Let us now take a look at the first question. What is the 1 week 1 lab program that is in the news recently? Program by World Health Organization to promote awareness regarding antimicrobial resistance in microbiology labs all across the world. Initiative to highlight the work done by CSIR labs in India. Global collaboration to develop intelligence against synthetically developed pathogens. Initiative for the detection of gravitational waves via the LIGO network. Now 1 week 1 lab program, it was launched by the Government of India in January 2023. Now each of the 37 CSIR labs, CSIR Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, now these labs, these 37 labs, they are spread across the country and are dedicated to different exclusive areas of work. Now the 1 week 1 lab campaign will offer an opportunity for each of them to showcase the work being done by them so that others can avail of it and the stakeholders can learn about it. Now under this program, each of the 37 constituent labs, they will showcase their legacy, exclusive innovations and technological breakthroughs every successive weeks. In the week that is dedicated to that particular lab, this lab will organize week-long events including industry and startup meets, student connects, society connect and display of technologies. For this week, the National Physics Laboratory has been highlighted under the 1 week 1 lab program. So out of these, this is your correct answer. The next question is, which of the following statements are true? The Golden Triangle lies to the east of India, while the Golden Crescent lies to our west. The central government has set up a multi-agency committee to recommend against drug peddling via sea routes. Now this question is important for you both from the perspective of prelims as well as mains. So kindly take a note of that. Now we have taken this question because according to an editorial in the Indian Express, drugs, they are not a social problem itself. They are more than that. They are also an internal and external security issue for India. Now India has a precarious location. We are located between the two biggest drug producing locations in the world. One is the Death Triangle or the Golden Triangle, located across Myanmar, Thailand and Laos, and the other is the Death Crescent or the Golden Crescent, located across Iran, Afghanistan and Pakistan. 90% of the global trade in heroin and meth, it goes on through these two locations. So that is why India's location, it creates the security issues because the money that gets generated from this drug trade can be used for activities against India. Now, apart from the land route, even the sea route is being increasingly used for this purpose. So that is why in January, the center set up a multi-agency group to check drug smuggling via the sea routes. Now this committee, it has representation from various important agencies like the Intelligence Bureau, Narcotics Control Bureau, Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, Navy and the Indian Coast Guard. So out of these, this is correct. Yes, Golden Triangle located in Southeast Asia lies to east of India, while Golden Crescent lies to the west of India. This is also correct. Yes, central government has set up this multi-agency committee. So our correct answer is C. The next question is, which of the following statements are true about the gold exchange traded funds? They are a form of electronic gold backed by real gold. They were introduced in India in 2007. Their trade is not allowed on the stock markets, but they can be encashed at the banks. Now we have taken this question because according to a latest figure, the gold ETF inflows, they have dipped by 74% year on year. Now what are these gold ETFs? A gold ETF, it is an exchange traded fund that aims to track the domestic physical gold price. So these units, these gold ETFs, they represent physical gold, which may be in paper or dematerialized forms. One gold ETF is equivalent to 1 gram of gold and is backed by physical gold of very high purity. In India, the trade of gold ETFs, it started in the year 2007. Now these ETFs, they are listed and traded on both the National Stock Exchange of India and the Bombay Stock Exchange Limited, just like a stock of any company. So if you own these gold ETFs, you can trade them on the stock market. So out of these statements, yes, this is true. This is also true. However, this is incorrect. Their trade is allowed on the stock markets. So our correct answer is B. The next question is, which of the following statements are true about Starship? It is the most powerful rocket ever built, developed by NASA in collaboration with European Space Agency. It will be used to ferry astronauts to the moon under the Artemis 3 mission of NASA. Now the Artemis 3 mission, it is connected to sending astronauts to the moon. Apollo mission was also associated with that. Apollo and Artemis, according to a Greek mythology, they are twins. So that is why both the missions, they are connected to sending astronauts to the moon. Now Starship. Yes, it is the most powerful rocket ever built. However, it has been built by a company, SpaceX, which is owned by Elon Musk. It is not built by NASA. However, NASA has picked this Starship spacecraft to ferry the astronauts to the moon in late 2025 under its Artemis 3 mission. So this will be the first time that astronauts will go to the moon since the Apollo program ended in 1972. Now apart from that, NASA will also take astronauts to lunar orbit in November 2024, but for this purpose, they will use their own heavy rocket known as Space Launch System. So out of these statements, this is incorrect. However, this is correct. So our correct answer is B. Now we come to a PYQ. Consider the following statements. The Election Commission of India is a 5-member body. Union Ministry of Home Affairs decides the election schedule for the conduct of both general elections and the by-elections. Election Commission resolves the disputes relating to splits and mergers of the recognized political parties. Now, though this question was asked in 2017, it is still important. Why? Because right now a lot of elections are going on, and in the next year we'll have our union elections. So that is why Election Commission of India will be in news for this 1 year. Now Election Commission of India, it is a constitutional body which is autonomous in nature, and it administers elections to Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, state legislative assemblies and offices of the president and the vice president. In the comments, can you state the articles which give the Election Commission of India all these powers? Now the Election Commission of India right now, it has 3 members. 1 Chief Election Commissioner and 2 Election Commissioners. So this is an incorrect statement. This is also incorrect. We have already seen that these election schedules, they are released by the Election Commission of India and not the Union Ministry of Home Affairs. This, however, is a correct statement. The Election Commission of India, it decides any kind of disputes that are related to the splits and mergers of the recognized political parties. So over here our correct answer is D. Now we come to the fact of the day, which is about the Global Buddhist Summit. Now you know that India has started using the Buddhist diplomacy as a very important part of its soft power. India was the country where Buddhism was born, and that is why we are using this legacy to increase our soft power all across the world, especially amongst the various Asian countries. Now, the Global Buddhist Summit, the first such summit, it will be held in India in New Delhi on 20th and 21st April. The theme of this summit is Responses to Contemporary Challenges, Philosophy to Praxis. Now, this summit is an effort towards engaging the global Buddhist Dhamma leadership and the various Buddhist scholars on matters of Buddhist and universal concerns. The discussions will explore how the Dhamma principle of Buddha and its fundamental values can provide inspiration and guidance in the contemporary settings. The summit will witness participation of various eminent scholars, Sangha leaders and Dharma practitioners from all across the world who will discuss about the various pressing global issues and look for answer under this Dhamma principle. According to the government, monks from about 30 nations will be attending this Buddhist summit. Now, these discussions under this summit, they will be held under 4 themes. Buddha, Dhamma and Peace. Second is Buddha, Dhamma, Environmental Crisis, Health and Sustainability. Then Preservation of Nalanda Buddhist Tradition. And finally, Buddha, Dhamma Pilgrimage, Living Heritage and Buddhist Relics. A resilient foundation to India's centuries-old cultural links to countries in South, Southeast and East Asia. So that is all about today's daily quiz. I hope you were able to understand all the concepts. So do not forget to like the video, share it and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such updates. Thank you very much and have a very good day ahead.